After more than 2 decades of dominating fashion, scandals, pop culture, and aesthetics, the Kardashian Empire is finally starting to fall. The world no longer revolves around them. And tell me this, doesn't it seem suspicious that not a single Kardashian was invited to the Met Gala this year? The most powerful red carpet on the planet left them out. And in the entertainment industry, that's like having your crown taken away in public. It's the world saying, thanks for the memes, but your time is up. Are we witnessing the real end of the Kardashian empire? Or is this just another strategy to get people talking? There's a long list of reasons, disasters, failures, and betrayals that explain their downfall. So let's break down how the most superficial, yet somehow most influential family in pop culture reached the top, why everything collapsed, and most importantly, what happens next. The official story says the Kardashians became famous because of their reality show, their luxuries, and their controversies. But the raw truth is that everything started with an intimate video, a piece of footage that changed entertainment forever. The year was 2007 when Kim Kardashian's explicit video with Ray J leaked, and conveniently, the very first episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians launched right after. The show opened by addressing the scandal directly, giving the audience exactly what they were curious about. But here's where things get dark. For years, Kim portrayed herself as the victim of a non-consensual leak, something the public condemned, until Ray J finally broke his silence. Tired of being known only as the guy from Kim's tape, he went live on Instagram and exposed everything. He said the leak wasn't just consensual, it was planned. Planned by him, by Kim, and by Kris Jenner herself. According to him, they even filmed 3 versions of the video, and Kris personally chose the one with the best potential. Imagine your own mother choosing the best angle for your scandal video. Disturbing isn't even the word. And it didn't end there, because Kim kept using that scandal as a storyline for years. She cried about it on the show again and again, claimed Kanye West had a second tape, and even included a moment where her son cried after seeing an ad for the tape in an online game. Drama that never ended, because drama means ratings. The Kardashian dream was born from a millionaire lie disguised as a personal tragedy, a mix of strategy and hunger for fame that became the foundation for everything they built. And it worked perfectly. There was a time when keeping up with the Kardashians was like a religion. Even if you didn't like them, you knew about them. They were memes, trends, and cultural staples. But like everything in life, the magic eventually fades. After 20 seasons, they aired an emotional finale in 2021, filled with forced tears and script-like moments. It was supposed to be closure, but they couldn't stay away from the spotlight. They immediately returned with a reboot on Hulu, The Kardashians. Bigger budget, more intimacy, but nobody bought the act. The audience today wants authenticity, not ultra-rich millionaires complaining about a $40,000 bag breaking. Ratings dropped fast and the hype died before season 2 even arrived. And it's not like they stopped trying. They staged romances, fake fights, leaked accidental scandals, everything to stay relevant. But nothing could bring back the attention they once had. Their formula became predictable, and what once felt shocking started to feel like a parody. The culture shifted, social media evolved, and for the Kardashians, that was fatal. They went from shaping trends to desperately chasing them. For years, they sold the idea that they weren't just famous, they were business geniuses, empowered women, unstoppable entrepreneurs. But once you pulled back the curtain, the empire looked more like a cardboard set. Kylie Cosmetics made headlines when Forbes declared Kylie the youngest self-made billionaire in 2019, only for Forbes to later retract the title, accusing the family of inflating sales numbers. Then came the downfall of KKW Beauty and KKW Fragrance, both of which shut down in 2021. Kim rebranded with SPKN, which immediately faced backlash and lawsuits for allegedly using fake products in promos. Chloe's Good American brand pushed a message of inclusivity, but retailers limited sizes, contradicting the entire premise. And Kourtney launched Lemmy, a wellness brand promoting supplements that doctors almost universally criticized, including one bizarre pill designed to make your private parts smell nice. You can't make this stuff up. The Kardashian business model wasn't innovation, it was marketing. Marketing built on aspiration, illusion, and insecurity. And once people realized that, the empire started to crack. At one point, their bodies became the new beauty standard. In a world obsessed with extremely thin figures, the Kardashians made curves mainstream, but not naturally. Their body positivity wasn't real. It was manufactured with surgeries, filters, and editing. And when that body type became too widespread, too imitated, too overexposed, they simply changed it. Kim suddenly got thinner, sharper, more sculpted. And don't forget the insane diet she bragged about to fit into Marilyn Monroe's dress. 3 weeks with almost no carbs. A message so damaging that even celebrities criticize her. Clinics flooded with clients wanting the Kardashian look. TikTok pushed routines for Kardashian glow. And entire generations grew up comparing themselves to bodies that weren't real, not even for the Kardashians themselves. Their empowerment message also fell apart. How can you preach feminism when your fame started with a staged scandal approved by your own mother? How can you sell self-love while promoting impossible beauty standards and insecurity-driven products? Empowerment became a marketing slogan, not a belief. And people noticed. But the darkest moment came with the Astroworld tragedy in 2021. 10 people died at Travis Scott's concert, and Kendall and Kylie were there. Instead of showing empathy, their Hulu show filmed an entirely fake storyline to pretend they weren't present that night. They replaced reality with the script to protect their image while families were grieving. And this wasn't an isolated case. It's a pattern. When something serious happens, they stay silent, edit the footage, and pretend it never occurred. They're masters of narrative control and manipulation. And the audience today, they don't tolerate that. When Kylie got caught in Selena Gomez drama around the 2024 Golden Globes, she lost millions of followers overnight. Not because Selena is untouchable, but because people are tired of toxic behavior. Today's generation values authenticity, vulnerability, real chaos, not polished drama. And the Kardashians don't fit that world anymore. They still think the spotlight obeys them, but it doesn't. Even their own children are taking the stage. Northwest, at just 11 years old, is already more relevant on TikTok than most of her family. Collaborating with Selena Gomez's little sister? Yeah, that's not coincidence. It's strategy. Everything is strategy. Imagine for a second that the Kardashians never existed. Love them or hate them, their impact is undeniable. They shaped an era, reflected society's obsession with image, and turned ego into a business model. But beyond beauty trends, filters, and manufactured fame, what did they truly leave behind? Nothing that can't be replaced tomorrow by another influencer with a phone and fewer scandals. The Kardashian phenomenon didn't happen because they were extraordinary. It happened because the industry needed them. But do we still need them now? The uncomfortable answer is no. Their era defined the 2010s, but today they feel outdated. And if they didn't exist, someone else would have taken their place. The system doesn't disappear. It just replaces the faces. So, no, we don't need the Kardashians, but we can't pretend they didn't change pop culture. The legacy is there. What comes next is the real question. Did we learn anything, or are we just waiting for the next Kardashian 2.0? After all this, it feels like we might be watching the final chapter of the Kardashian Empire, a show that's been dragged too long and no longer hits. But if there's one thing these women have taught us, it's never to underestimate them. Whenever the world thought they were done, they reinvented themselves. New brands, new partners, new scandals, new aesthetics. And with the next generation stepping in, who knows what they're planning? The Kardashian legacy is written. What isn't written is what comes after. So tell me, do you think this is the real end of the Kardashian era, or is this just the calm before another shockwave? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to hit that like button hard, subscribe.